you also had some ups and downs with a previous business that you had.
Yes, previous businesses. All right.
Businesses.
Yeah.
So
I'm a 4-time failure, sir. All right.
4 times.
4 times, but you know what? I get back up and I go again, and that's all you can do. And actually, this is the best we've ever done. So
Yeah, you were saying from April till now, you've surpassed what you did with the other business.
Yes, sir. Yeah. In the entire year. Yes.
In the entire year.
Yes. So
and you're what, 8 months into it? Is that right?
Actually, we started in April, but our first contract wasn't until May.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So May to now, we're meeting my other company already. So
Gotcha.
So, and that was for a year's time. So we're doing well. We're doing well. We're getting our name out there. A lot of it's the networking and just showing people we're here. You can be good at something, but if nobody knows you exist, then it doesn't matter, But I've learned a lot of lessons over those other businesses. And I think they were just all, instead of looking at them as failures, they were actually lessons to learn to get to this point.
Yeah.
So,
How
I know
what are like 1 or 2 of those failures that probably set you back in the meantime, but has really made the most impact on you now as you're doing demo to finish?
I would say making sure you keep clean books, making sure you're on top of all that stuff, so you can actually look at what your expenses are and your income is, instead of just guessing like, I think I'm right around here. Make sure you do all the stuff, go into QuickBooks, make sure all your books are up to date, and make sure you have all your expenses. And that's a big one, because if you're not paying attention to that and you're just putting money in the bank, putting money out, you might end up owing the IRS a bunch of money at the end of the year.
Sure.
And you don't want to get in that pinch. And then, because that can take you down right there if you're not ready for that. I guess another one would be, there's so many. I gotta think. I'm trying to think of another good one. Partnerships. Be careful about who you get in business with.
Gotcha.
Remember, it's pretty much like a marriage, okay? It's harder to divorce than it is to get married.
Gotcha.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Be mindful.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. I mean, wow. Do you have somebody that works on your books? Do you keep track of all that?
Well, we use QuickBooks like most people, but I do. My office manager keeps up on the books and make sure that everything's going in, going out. I just had to have her do everything the other day because the accountant wanted early profit and loss, so he can get ready for tax time.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh my gosh!
I know.
For our business, my mom does the book. She used to be in banking, and she keeps everything down to the freaking penny. She accounts for every single cent. Yep. And it's just that's not in my wheelhouse.
Me neither.
She provides P&Ls, and we talk about where income and expenses are coming from, and she, there are times where she's like, oh my, that's an expense, and I'm like, no, it's an investment, but it does make me like second guess or think about like, what are we putting our money towards, and how is that providing a return on investment, or whatever.
You got to have clear goals, so you can't just willy-nilly just buy stuff, you know what I mean? You got to know, like you said, it is an investment if you're doing it with a plan, so you got to make sure that you have a plan for that investment. So if I'm buying this is going to help me bring in this much money. What's my return on investment? What's my ROI on this? You got to check all those things, and those are important.
You got to surround yourself with people that are just not yes men, or yes women.
Yeah, because I'm the guy that'll buy something too. All right. That's why they do the books.
The new Cybertruck. It's good for business.
Exactly.
People see this, and we're going to wrap it and demo to finish.
I actually got a boat. All right, but I didn't buy it. I traded my Harley for it. But it is going to be wrapped in demo to finish when I get a chance.
Let's go.
Absolutely. Oh, we're going, baby. All right, we're going.
My kids would not let me wrap my vehicle with my face. Heck no, you're going to
remember that Tom Green when he did the thing on the hood of the car?
Oh my God.
That was bad. His parents.
Yeah. So you got 2 girls?
Yes, two girls.
Any sons?
No sons. So during all this, I was a single father. I went through a divorce, and I was raising a 5 and a 6-year-old 50-50 custody. Yeah. I had to sell everything I owned to keep my kids. And go through
my gosh.
It was fun stuff.
I have 3 daughters. No divorces. Couldn't imagine.
It cost me one of my businesses.
Did it really?
Yeah. So that was when I restarted the last time.
Okay.
Yeah, because of that. But we got through it. My kids are now 15 and 13. Yeah. And My oldest will be 16 soon. Oh my God.
You know, when you're in the thick of everything, it's just like, oh my gosh, you know, like give me a break. You know, if you're a faithful person, if it's like, God, you know, please stop giving me all this, you know. But then when you look back at it, like how much that has made you a better person by what you had to go through.
Yes, and you know, like we were talking earlier, it's life lessons. It's I don't know, like get you ready for the big stuff. I don't know. So now, like when things come down the pike, it's not like a big end of the world situation.
Yeah.
Like, all right, we'll figure it out. You know, take your time.
Right.
Let's look at the situation. What can we do to mitigate it, and so on and
sure.
so forth. Where before, I'd be like, oh my God, what am I going to do? You know, so those are things that I've learned throughout the years.
Sure.
Of doing that. And like I said, you get knocked down. My father always said, you stand back up, brush yourself off, keep moving forward.
Yeah.
You know, if you keep looking backward, you're going to trip and fall on your face.
Yeah.
He always always say that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you like this episode of the TMA Connection? Well, you might want to check this one out right here. Go ahead, click it.